glitter boobs woman who was filmed attacking a man who groped her at a music festival vows to go topless again. Madeline Anello Kitzmiller, 20, was wearing a sprinkling of glitter covering her exposed breasts and a tiny skirt when she was groped by a fellow reveler at the Rhythm and Vines Festival in Gisborne, New Zealand. Ms. Anello Kitzmiller shared a video to Facebook on Wednesday explaining that she wanted to normalize the naked body. Took that as a psychic thing, but just people who know other people so well that they could spot the signs, like nosy old ladies with nothing bemy. Lack of clothing is not the problem is people thinking they have the right to touch my body without consent, she said. My breasts are not sex toys, they are not an invitation. The American-born woman was filmed walking next to her friend Kiri Ann Hatfield when a man crept behind her and groped her breast, which led to the pair marching up behind him and launching their own counterattack. The astonishing clip, taken by Guinan Reese, shows the pair turn in unison and follow the man back to his perch on the grass before throwing a drink in his face and punching him repeatedly. To do. Footage of Ms. Anello Kitzmiller's revenge attack went viral, and she has since defended both her controversial revealing outfit and her reprisal attack. I stand by my actions and hope that I've inspired women to feel comfortable in their bodies, no matter how they look, and to stick up for themselves when anybody says otherwise or tries to deny you the right to protect your own body, she told Daily Mail Australia. He grabbed my breast. I hit him. There was a lot of built-up anger coming from harassment throughout the day. This happens everywhere, not just New Zealand. Rhythm and Vines event manager Dan Turner told New Zealand Herald they were incredibly disappointed by the harassment. We are incredibly aware of the issues that arise at music events, particularly in large crowds, he said. We want our customers to enjoy themselves in a safe environment and be able to express themselves in a way that is in keeping with other international European festivals, the Auckland-based woman said. She and her boyfriend's sister Katie Ashworth had their chests painted at a stall and were disgusted that people thought their outfits were an invitation for abuse. Even while wearing a sheer t-shirt the previous day, she said she was abused by both male and even female festival attendees. Despite the groping incident, Ms. Anello Kitzmiller did not cover up her breasts and continued to enjoy the New Year's Eve event until 6 a.m. on January 1st. In the end, we are all born naked, and each human is uniquely similar to the next in that we all have a naked body. You don't look at yourself in the shower and say "Ew, disgusting, right?" she said. So why should anybody say that to anybody else? A human's body is their own, and nobody has a right to touch you without your consent, regardless of what they're wearing or the lack thereof. Comments like "she was asking for it" are promoting rape culture in that people see that and hear justification, and violating a human's respect and right to feel safe in their own skin. Ms. Anello Kitzmiller also said she has been groped in the past even without wearing a skin-bearing outfit. Regardless, a couple months ago I was groped in the same way, while I was fully clothed, so the argument is a moot point anyway. The woman's boyfriend Max Ashworth defended her decision to slap her attacker, telling commenters on Facebook he was proud of his partner. What the F happened to treating people with love and respect? I'm so disappointed that people are still so ignorant here, he said. Madeline, you are a badass, and I'm so proud of you for sticking up for yourself. You are an inspiration to so many people. Keep doing what you do. P.S. She didn't let that ruin our night. We literally danced till sunrise and had the best night ever despite everything. The now deleted footage was shared online and garnered thousands of views and a divided opinion on Ms. Anello Kitzmiller's outfit. Well, that's what she gets when she wears something like that, one man wrote. Well, when you are walking around naked you're kinda throwing out a kind of vibe to sort of expect that, another man said. The vast majority of support for the topless women came from female commenters. Don't get how this is any different to groping a girl in a bikini at the beach. Still wrong, one woman said. Good on her. No one has the right to touch you without consent. Naked or not. Learn some manners. The iconic New Year's Eve Rhythm and Vines Festival saw some 20,000 people descend on Waiohika Estate for the 3-day event. Even New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern made an appearance at the sold-out camping festival.
Hi, my name is Madeline and I am Glitter Baby Girl, or so I've been nicknamed. I wanted to take the time to write something and express my point of view before everything blew over. There's been a ton of controversy over my actions as well as what I was wearing that day. I would like to point out that I had that body art done at the festival. There was actually a stall selling the glitter tits get up and I paid to have it done, as well as many other girls I saw walking around with it. In addition to that, the water slide at RNV was handing out $50 to the first man and woman to go down the slide naked, and another $50 to the next man and woman. I saw plenty of naked men that day getting absolutely no harassment for revealing themselves. There were naked men in the mosh, my best friends got naked and ran through the crowds. I saw plenty of guys walking around with no shirt on and a handful of girls as well, so I want to ask you, what is the difference? Both men and women have nipples, although men's nipples are seemingly useless and my breasts are there to feed children should I ever choose to have them someday. The difference is that women have been over-sexualized for way too long and it needs to stop. I wanted to share my body because I think it's an important step to normalizing the naked body and desexualizing them. The more often people see nudity, the more that they realize that everybody is uniquely similar and that it's nothing to gape over. Nudity at festivals helps erase porn star ideals of what our bodies should look like. My breasts are not sex toys. They are not an invitation. My body is beautiful, and no matter who says otherwise, it cannot and will not demean my own self-worth, nor should it for anybody else. I've been accused of trying to turn New Zealand into America into a few comments. This is a narrow-minded accusation. Besides, the similarities are there regardless. The amount of naked people running around in Splore in New Zealand would be severely overwhelming for those of you who couldn't handle a few bouncy glitter tits in R&B. I will say that the majority of New Zealand has seemed to be more conservative than Portland, Oregon, but sexual harassment happens everywhere, all over the world. I have never experienced so much hostility at a festival before, but I don't doubt that there are festivals in the States where the crowd is also less free-spirited than others. I have been accused of asking for it too many times to count. It's disappointing that people really believe that what you're wearing has any connection to what you actually want. Comments stating that I was asking for it or that I had it coming are promoting rape culture. When you say something like that, you are justifying that man's actions when he violated my rights to my own body, and you are telling other like-minded people that should they ever want to sexually assault or rape another human being, it's okay. It is never okay, and we are never asking for it. In reflection to the event, next time, I think I'd just go grab him and get him kicked out of the festival. He could have hit me back, and this whole shenanigan could have been a lot worse than it actually turned out. So with that being said, ladies, if you are inspired to show some skin and fight back if anybody ever hurts you, do it, but take care of yourselves too. There was a lot of security at Rhythm and Vines, and so I felt safe dressing like that and responding like that, but it's not always the case. The cool thing about being able to get naked at festivals and like-minded events are that you don't have to get naked if you don't want to. Do what you're comfortable with and only do what makes you happy. I personally love being naked because it made me realize that I am indomitable. Nothing anybody says about me or my body could ever wound me. At Rhythm and Vines, both men and women came up to me and told me that I was disgusting, that I should cover up, that I was ashamed, that I was a slut, but I kept my top off all night and I danced until 6 a.m. and I had the best time of my life regardless.